For years, the Chinese motorcycle industry was largely dismissed by purists as a factory for blatant, uninspired copycats, but that tired narrative is rapidly burning rubber. A new breed of manufacturers is coming of age, forging machines that demand to be taken seriously on the global stage. Enter Zxmoto. While relatively new to the paddock, this brand hasn't just dipped its toes into the market, it has unleashed a tidal wave. Now, fresh off a streak of jaw-dropping international racing victories, Zxmoto has launched its most potent street weapon yet, the 820Rr-R. To understand the hype, you have to look at the scoreboard. The 820Rr-R is the heavily uprated sibling of the 820Rr, a motorcycle that has already propelled Valentin Debise to 6 World Supersports race victories in 2026 alone, including stunning doubleheaders in Portugal and the Czech Republic. As it stands, Debise sits second in the championship, dragging Zxmoto to third in the manufacturer's standings. Let that sink in. In its very first year, a rookie Chinese brand is currently outgunning legacy titans like Triumph, Kawasaki, Honda, and MV Agusta, bowing only to Ducati and Yamaha. It is a humiliating reality check for the old guard, especially while domestic rival QJ Motor languishes in dead last. Translating that motorsport dominance to the street, the 820Rr-R takes an already capable platform and injects it with pure adrenaline. It retains the aluminum chassis and 819cc three-cylinder heart of the base model, but the engine room has seen serious, critical revisions. By bumping the compression ratio to 13.3:1 and swapping standard steel for lightweight titanium valves, Zxmoto has squeezed out an impressive 145 horsepower. That is a 10 horsepower leap over the standard RR, with peak output screaming at 13,500 rpm on its way to a frantic 14,750 rpm redline. It's an engine characteristic that promises an intoxicating, rev-happy experience rather than a sterile, appliance-like ride. But raw power is useless without refinement, and Zxmoto seems to have finally learned this crucial lesson. Tipping the scales at a claimed 410 pounds wet, the Rr-R sheds 15 pounds from the base model, largely thanks to a set of gorgeous forged alloy wheels. The chassis dynamics are further sharpened by a new, fully adjustable 43mm KYB fork and a matching monoshock. More importantly, they've ditched the budget Tysco forepots for proper Brembo M50 calipers and master cylinders. Add in a suite of IMU-managed electronics including lean-sensitive ABS and cornering traction control, a bidirectional quickshifter, and a massive 6.2-inch Android-powered TFT dash, and you have a spec sheet that legitimately rivals the best of Europe and Japan. The ultimate test, however, always comes down to the price tag. In its domestic market, the 820Rr-R commands the equivalent of roughly $9,100. While that represents a significant step up from the $6,400 asking price of the standard 820Rr, it remains an absolute steal when viewed through a critical, global lens. Consider that a Yamaha YZF-R9 asks a staggering $20,000 in China, and the value proposition of the Zxmoto becomes dangerously clear. If this machine can deliver even a fraction of its World Supersports pedigree to the tarmac during its planned global rollout, the established heavyweights aren't just facing a new competitor, they are looking at a fundamental shift in the market.